Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. We have three very powerful stories that are shaping South Sudan. We are going to talk about cabinet meeting to resume after 8 months of silence. Second, we are going to talk about independent media blocked from First Vice President Dr. Machar trial in Juba today, October 8, 2025. And thirdly, we are going to talk about Sudan give South Sudan a free trade zone at Port Sudan. These are not just headlines. These are stories that affect daily life of South Sudanese, salaries, markets, peace, and future of South Sudan. And before we proceed with this latest update, I would like you to tip the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let us start with our first top stories. Cabinet meeting resumed in Juba. For 8 long months, South Sudan cabinet has been silent. No meeting, no decision, no progress. Cabinet Affair Minister Martin Lumoro finally came out and say meeting will start again next week. He told people that the break was because the cabinet all was under renovation. Dr. Martin Lumoro denied it had anything to do with the arrest of first Vice President Dr. Machar, the SPLIO leader. But people are asking, how can a whole country stop functioning because one building is being fixed? Couldn't they meet in another hall? Couldn't they use a hotel or even a tent? Let us remember, the cabinet is the heart of government. It is the council where President Salva Kiir Mayardit, by President Dr. Machar, and ministers come together to make decisions. Without cabinet meeting, the government is like a car without fuel. It doesn't move. Because of this 8-month break, the 2025-2026 national budget has not been passed, mostly. This budget was due in July. Without it, a teacher wait for salaries, a doctor for medicine, and civil servant wait for pay. Road, school, and hospital are all delayed. The people suffer due to this. Minister Lumoro also say the government is still committed to holding elections. He repeated the word of President Salva Kiir Mayardit saying South Sudan will not go back to war. But here are the real problem though. No permanent constitution yet, no national census, no strong electoral commission. These are the building block of election. Without them, it is like trying to build a house with no foundation. Why it mattered though? So why is this story important? Because without cabinet meeting, South Sudan as a country cannot govern itself. And when the government is weak, the people lose trust. Many citizens say the first priority of the cabinet should be passing the budget. Without money, nothing else can move. So the big question is, now that the cabinet meeting are back, will leaders act quickly or will they waste more time? Before we proceed to the next story, please help the channel by subscribing. That is how you can support the channel. Our second top story, this is a report coming in from Juba. Journalists blocked from Machar trial. In Freedom Hall today, journalists were blocked from accessing the Dr. Machar trial. This week, independent journalists were blocked from covering the 8th hearing of Dr. Machar trial. At first, reporters were told they could only enter without phone or cameras. Some agreed, sitting quietly among the public, but later security ordered all independent journalists to leave. The only one allowed to stay were from the state broadcaster, South Sudan Broadcast Corporation, SSBC. This is very serious because we can ask why. Because the judge and the Minister of Justice had promised that the trial would be open. They say the public and the press could attend. So what changed then? It goes back to the previous hearing that in that session, part of Dr. Machar testimony was leaked as audio. I think we all have heard that. The judge became very angry. He said no recording or filming were allowed in the courtroom. He warned that if leak continue, the court might close its doors. Why this matter? Dr. Machar is not just any man. He is the first vice president. He is the leader of the SPLMIO. He is one of the signatories of the peace agreement. This or his trial is not only legal, it is political. It affects the peace, the unity government, and the upcoming elections. When government block independent journalists, it raises questions. What are they hiding? That should be the question. Why should only state media report? Can the people trust what is said? Transparency is the oxygen of justice, Without it, people cannot believe in the court. So let's look at the public reaction. Some citizens said, if Machar is guilty, let the evidence be shown openly. If he is innocent, let him defend himself in front of the people. Closing the door only creates suspicion. This trial will continue with the prosecution presenting more evidence, but without open reporting, the people are left in the dark. And as we all know, when people are kept in the dark, rumors grow. Rumors can be more dangerous than the truth. So the big question is, will this trial remain open and fair, or will it slide into secrecy and mistrust? Our third top story, this is about Sudan grain free zone at Port Sudan. The grain free zone to South Sudanese. Let's take a look at this report. This report is coming from Khartoum. Sudan has announced it will give South Sudan a free trade zone at Port Sudan. This is very big news for South Sudan economy. Why is this important? Because South Sudan is a landlocked country. They don't have sea to move oil and goods. South Sudan depends on Sudan ports. During the visit of Foreign Minister Monday Samai Kumba, Sudanese leader agreed to create this free zone. What does zone mean? This free zone will allow South Sudan to move oil and goods more easily, reduce transport costs, and strengthen trade and investment. It will also make it easier for goods to reach South Sudan market. That could mean cheaper food, cheaper fuel, and more jobs. During the visit, Minister Kumba met Sudanese Prime Minister Dr. Kamil Idris, Vice President Malik Agar, and other ministers. They agreed to cooperate in oil and energy, trade and investment, agriculture and infrastructure. Also, they agreed on education and health, and border security and counter-terrorism. They also agreed to create a new joint economic committee to guide this work. Why it matters for citizens of South Sudan? For the ordinary South Sudanese, this could mean lower price in the market, more job, and a stronger relation with South Sudan neighbor. But let's be honest, we have seen many agreements before. Some are signed, celebrated, and then forgotten. The challenge is implementation. Will this free zone become real, or will it remain just word on paper? Politically, it also showed that even as Sudan faces its own internal conflict, they still see value in working with South Sudan. This is a reminder that two countries are tied together by oil, by trade, and by history. Jo ban ling guhasme bana rai ketin kona lat ko rodi rai wichin walle ka South Sudan. Te kon kale dang diok te gor liang te very important te gor andero de palpin ke liang dien. Ban le dang diok bana keling ken konu tin ka clarity gor jen wojin mijra majidit gor jen wojin deri subscribe ka Changfied YouTube channel. Ko jen gwaz dan bi roani bi kaling tin ka tok English kana tok nat. Gor jen wojin there subscribe the channel there support by whatever mean mede lel ka jamone achuja perwe bon wojin bi notification bell bi jetwan kilut ko mi chete mi bare be chamala shipekije channel which ka ler dang jok chala do ne netin konti la cabinet ni ler ne ambana link ba right ka quick cabinet ni re which ka juba awaken chike nyur no ko korpen dang badek te take a bit ka tel dol mishkana mun dol bana na mo bana jiling rewda bana right kamana na chala dan wale ka kuidul ka Dr. Machar kan jikwara re which ka juba cha independent media ki journalist cha ka gagrar bana manan talktin and lukomo bana jiling diodian bana right no ke jo machala dan wo che Sudan government kuma Sudan chicken kuma South Sudan chicken mo ka gwat mi beken yinken beken kalatin ka pot Sudan 2 year ala free trade dun gwam beken market in beken kwa ken non ka je bana ka linkan doctor t ko ke very important ngai kone gwano ke ti chikti mishika lat de kan South Sudan de kan eger ani chana wo kaman nyama de kone lingwasme man nyam chan right ka quick cabinet ni ka dol dan shikana dol rai which ka juba ne me gor liang cabinet ni ka lat kume ti lat ka parliament ka kor fen dang badak te tele dol ken kuma ken min nyur bit ken lora bang tele jom ji ken mutop tele decision mi ken malat tele progress bo mu wen da den awn yam ka jere which ka South Sudan tele machalat te ka jom chakulat gwasme mi goro de nyoga yekel cabinet affair minister ude shalka Martin Elia Lumoro akwer che jo che lat gwasme ka do brana shakalat jor ka je chela do nene ajane ka kor joga men be ba dol ba je nyok ma to ka jere wi ka South Sudan ka parliament bi cabinet ni bi ka nyur chana che ga joga no nene do badanen kana min nyur ka je ko kan cha ka ngai ko na cha ka garwa gan wana no ngum chi kume che wo won yam ka ngum chi kume chi kan dol ka je karik dial ko lat ko rodien re wich ka South Sudan jala do ne na do badanen cha dol cha je kap chon ka je chi cabinet ni chi kan nyur ajane cabinet all ki gwadalan la dol le dol ka tin no ajane lat ka je take under renovation ajane ka kuje mo tele gwan me dene doltin cheje logo no lar ka jen wona na do badanan kap ka dol shonga je anetin kon la cabinet minister wo cha first by president Dr. Machar Durgon wo jen cha je yen re wich ka South Sudan che kula no chejen jen ne me shekwi Dr. Machar man kap ke dol shonga je chi Martin Elia Lumoro che jomo che jela che denied no tele jelin ka do badanan cha Dr. Machar cha je yen kaja but chana let be real here chana mo right ka talk when you tell dol and will country no ko le lady de gwami mo chicken tika dole tell dol mo dol kana do badien no mu ku dole ku kan law nyam kaja de kon teje mo badde kon kan no do ban wu dole nyam kaje kajen gwasmen tama le dedi won wano kanidi kana mana na kula jagwani amma kuna altika dol ko miteke challenges to qualify a country and country mo badil nyur be cabinet and big nyur ka dob dande na nyam kaje cha chat en jen chet ka ta turbil mite shunga ka teleje jat che deman jalme dong we cha chat ka ngu ka turbil bado bo woniam ba kula take progress ke bi malbe ben peace unity kan dial tindial koken wa gor na ko de kan dol chet the same thing turbil bo makana kon mo ke jatel gwam dere jal ka je cha jo mo cha jalat en mi shire me cha ka jogo no men cha lat che cho ji kan la no bi kan dol bi kan tok ka jokan be ngai kon diale ala cabinet netin content re which ka South Sudan tela kwar kan dia lat re parliament ka ngai kono a gen lodge which lodge South Sudan kelio Michigan nyur bit bine kan lora bang kan nang naro din re which ka chikan do dan de South Sudan de nyam ka je nyu de gen nok kan man dana le road a nyok bedien te ka de je ka long to cheno ta dana shig bet ka je ka kort pen dang badek ngai kono dor mi na bit ka petungwan ka donka yene tin konti la men tin de ti dia de ka solve de ka realeka de ko de ka kapchong so la ti jera kana welong manyam ko pen dang ba de ka ti wache queen kware ke national election budget ke yoro kono de la de ko lat ka je al wache ke che ja ko cha ga bla let no cha budget cha de gektel budget me cha lat ka queen kware ka budget jen cha la de je release ni ke jen pai baro miteleje and budget yone dialati tinde kula lan ngwane wa cha ngie ke ti cher cha ga de chicken salary chicken ga de jek doctorate tel wal mede kana kok ne de kola civil servant ke lat tel mede lat nyok mara dien chari dul wal kana ti dial dul gori tel mede ro de luang nyok jaga ne wi ko shuje jem ne yan tam economic te jegre wi ka South Sudan ko de ti kwar chi ke biet tel dol mo dol ke no tenna mumbang tel dor mo le rode la ministre le moro chelaro wonena jeno kuma ngore jaten ko kan bika dol bakan lat ke 2026 jeno kuma cherode committed ke cherode ya jeno bodol be ko kwar be jalat dio je jom la kono mala linka kirma yadi de long all the time kirma yadi la jala ro nene chen kuma South Sudan ke chen South Sudan chen bulo re kore la jala ro nene South Sudan will not go back to war. Ti South Sudan chen be nyoko mulo jere kori ke che bulo ke civil war. Shana ti menen. Man jago bi kor bu gede ten la to ke lar kan no tele kori te be talk. Man yam. Ala kon right ke ku ngone. Permanent constitution bo ngone man cha be ger man latke kana kon talk. Akel. Rewde kan kwen nat kana kontu kala national census kana konlat de pengna de je kulo kwen no pengna kedi amo kana lat diodian ala electoral commission neder content ba kwen kwar kula lat ketedien kan ka koryaleka do badien made maldere kula ben kaje kada ti wa kenten content kwa election la lat ke kwidien chat ko ntame mile de duel chi de lat bang teleje foundation kenyam ba yik ker ba ying mo ka pem ke ba gwa dana betin dul ba je ker foundation duel jala dul kula bum ka je the same thing a election take a foundation bo and foundation de a gen permanent constitution national census ka gen strong electoral commission dr t toko ba bongwan ba je tuka gwar kano ba pengna ba je kwen kano ba ne to konen ba mal ba je ba kuin kwar ba ku lat ketidien ba ka nyom mug bi ka keno kanel bom ke kochka ti dial te makan kala jen kwala no chere ka duel mitel foundation ngumi gwa ka jen wo de kuin kwar de lat ke jem ngai kon diale o ba South Sudan ba je woch reering ni dialen kon tinteten mi telewe mi ba ti dial ba ka tuge ci South Sudan ci bo niam tele mishal ke election kati atidial kon lat korodian wena men sharodian bulwan kami ba ka tuk so a very important longo no de cabinet de deal nyur la kwar shangnamen ci tana ci gen ci ne to kon de kuma spila yo ci gen mo kwal gu gen wo de wo gen wo do badan chai lak cha meeting charge le de cabinet minister wodi o ci kuma Dr. Machar ci dekpin kano chareng Machar charge yen ko la ciremi ring Machar jen gwal cabinet meeting gwala lat ke kwide jamone ba na kula romten ko kor gwade dan cha yen chare dial ya yupal antama kan be kana to ka jen jokan be namo jom ci kana lat ano bana nyur by the way be citizen re wika South Sudan it will benefit them be budget chet ke euro kon la salary de get release nyok be national election bo do dan de lat ke jabone ba budget ba je release kana dialati ba khalat ban ma cha butok tele we yawot no ba ti diali ba khalat ke chana ben ka jawan rode lera dan very important story here Guan mi sha journalist keneten kontin la roynya nungre wika South Sudan cha kan dial cha gagraran walle gwata dan lok Dr. Machatin cause an walle shanga badak ka pai wer won kin dangro jan dangro di jan shangan badak dien gwadulka an walle chinawo ka freedom all ka juba alo wa queen quarry sorry wa dol mo dol Dr. Machar kan je kware wajelat wajeling chakula do nene sha independent journalist ne de konen sha law ko de kan gwadul ka de kan ta dana lat ke dol ka je de kan ogich ke kui Dr. Machar ko man dana balat jala den o ken cha ka gagraran wale ka gwade dana shiwa cha ne dial cha ka law eno yende rande ro re ke talponde you know ka ta dan jikan lat ke je ka chaga jugono yende yen bet mi ci wore re dol ka talpondu dere rom krodo kel dungno chagoro no bi recording bi jalat mi tika talphone no lo teram dere ke talphone teram mo de recording de jalat ke tada ni kalat ke je no antama che jojen wo ka shenge dan dio je lugan barodien mi cha Dr. Machar cha je lugon mi be writing take recording Machar leak out and information mo Machar camera linga jo Dr. Machatin ci judges shika ga ka lonka gang mi dit kene ngu mo kwa jo Dr. Machar kwa je record ke jama cha je lok cha jojen wo ko shika ga ko cha raja mo cha je bunong rar chikan cha goren yo de jo Dr. Machar de je dealing no ko shenge dan chikan independent journalist chikan ga jago nyurken ko biliang ne ken tele video beken tour bad biliang ne ken bas no jen do be dan changun ko dor cha open lo cha open ka public ne dial de ken linga do be dan lat ke lukaje bana me cha jojen o kana gul nok in full and etin kon tilla jilok gun gul ken pelina ko cha jojen o cha jo Dr. Machar cha je nang rar dio je chikon diale ling ta dan cha jo cha no ngaje me cha jo cha record ke je chikene de logo no mo chikene la do ne me charo do beler charo do benyok an walle ka shanga badda ka pai wal cha jojen o cha ne dial tin kon tila independent journalist cha ka gagrar cha gurno jinmi bi teleji telephone mi tegeji baji ala bo hore man mi jeli ka telephone baji lo jok cha camera cha gur jan ta dan le ro de jan cha wone dial kono gor ke bijal ke telephone ken ke camera ni ken ke ji SSBC Karodian South Sudan Broadcast Corporation karwade kene kono cha law ko bi recording bi kanalat the rest of the journalists cha ko gor no bi karwaj cha jo mo cha ja kwen mi chena me mi beje long ko mi dong the Minister of Justice they can now permission or trial me open to everyone ka in the end bi kana lo block ko chamadan tok cha jabangach ne me beje long ngu mi chiro da ger anyu de jen wonene mi kuma mi chiro da ger lo ka chana lawnu chelo chana lo jogo no charre cha ga biling nyu de no te ka mi to mi ten wona mo mi chikana guru ba ngachi public ko Dr. Machar jo de gor ke jelong another thing lo ga jeno reng Machar ba jo de ba jeling akuma ajan dana ga ke jashne no chikala do tel mi shal recording tel mi shal filming record ka court room ko chikala no mu wete ka jo rodien mu baling ka tara nyin kanar ke je dong jeli ka mi bi jona bi je record ke je re ka special court lo cha jo cha e bling rar akene cha tok ba ne diala kontin la roynya nang rar ba ka chu gagrar bi ken dol chu dol la ken karodien digan jo mo ken la ken che bele la open ka public men bi ngai ken yam Dr. Machar no shi rami mo de la rami pol bane ngaji no jene first by president kajen leader ka kuma spelayo jen ba rami dane ci mal ci tan ke ron kin dangro wal badak ron e tan ka mal kaja do be me mi lokaja ka jema bi ngaji no illegal politic na me be peace agreement ki mal be jeyar ka be upcoming election la ku inquiry be jeyar anyok be mat la kumi de ko la unity government ki mat e cha yat pin la national government no be jeyar mu waje luka jak biya ngaji no ne mishi kuma chena tilla journalist ka gagrar che gorno ba jodin ba jeling bi ngaje no take mi lokeje and go baling ane diala kokien angu mi tawkene jen la question ne angu mi tawkene mi lokano ba jeling rar ane diare wika Sudan kana me very important ka South Sudanese at large, even the international community are very important mi deling ane diar so mi nyodo di injustice system antama by wika juba she fair ka she transparent tele peri ka chana chaka kam chukin china chicken ne to kono look chicken ngade la ngat en mor ka ta me amlet ken me antama so jo me a jo me de yana ngai ka do badan en che to ka je lere jo gwas me che to ga no cha so Sudan cha ka kam free trade zone gwad mi mo bikan kwaken bikan kanon ka je ka pot Sudan give jene me good news ko be economic dung Sudan be je ya ka no Sudan tele ka pot tele ka trade zone de control no gwad dan la kwa no ngatin biya kwak biya hul nungre go tele kan won so mu nyodo na me mu gwalong misri na me no chi South Sudan chaja law kum Sudan ko me kam South Sudan ken Sudan gwal mi chiram dan la foreign minister Monday samaya kumba chewoka Sudan ka pot Sudan choro kenetin kontin ten winimi wajen chaja mo ka gwat mu South Sudan bikan kwaken bikan kanon ka je so amugwalong great news no en free zone changune baka jako bikan date ki oil ken tin kon gorken ka bikan ka nangten ene me wa bikan ka toten wa be transport cost be reduce ta dan en la kwak ka jala ka je so mishi kwaken ben bikan ka chwalaten so bikan ka move en ta gorken ga je mono de kan ka nangre wich ka South Sudan kan kwak to na me agreement misha no ngaken kan te ga want shi kan martin long la oil and energy trade can investment agriculture can infrastructure la duli dul gorka kan gwapo la point ke border security kan te dialto ko kent shiga agreement ko bu goro den lok munyodo Sudan ngoda no jeno de ga letkel kana South Sudan chajo me chajo kwen jenda na gorno de nyak yakel array ler kana me mi jirami judit dong jen shangan yam kaji ko bi Changfied YouTube channel bi jajek gorno jin bi titi bi kenwa kaneti kokien. So today we have looked at three important stories. First, we talk about cabinet meeting are finally coming back after 8 months of silence. Second, we talk about independent journalists who are blocked from Machar trial, raising questions about fairness. And thirdly, Sudan has promised a free trade zone for South Sudan at Port Sudan, giving hope for economic growth. These stories show us the challenges and the opportunities for South Sudan as a young nation. The question we must keep asking: will South Sudan leaders act for people, or will they continue with delay and secrecy? Thank you for watching Changfied YouTube channel. If you are new here, please subscribe, like, and share this video so that more people can get informed. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.